here with Carey, the 2024 Panthers high school team. Guys, I guess just to start, how would you describe the vibe heading into this season? Coach Saili, it's your second year. How would you just describe the mood heading into another season?
I think coming into the season, it's definitely a lot of excitement. The effort that the boys are putting in on their own time, there's been a lot of team-led throw-arounds that these guys are holding each other accountable for being at. And the numbers that are showing up are far surpass what we've been used to having kids show up for these throw-arounds. So excitement, just a lot of excitement.
How many people are showing up to the summer workouts?
Anywhere between 18 to 20 kids pretty consistently. So to have 3/4 of the team there on 2 to 3 days a week, that's pretty impressive.
Sure. Players, obviously, this is Coach's second year. What's different about this Carey team this year, do you feel like?
I feel like this year compared to last year, we have a lot more experience playing with each other, and we've built a lot more stable relationships, and we can count on each other more and know each other's capabilities, and we just learned a lot playing with each other last year. So with that experience from last year, this year, we will be playing at a much higher level, I feel like.
Last year, you guys had a lot of new players at different positions because of your big senior class in 2022. How have you guys seen this year's seniors improve and really settle into the leadership role and new roles they play on the field as well?
I feel like our seniors stepped up really big this year, and they've acted as great role models to all the younger kids, and have really helped getting everybody else out to the throw-rounds, and set a really good example about how hard you have to work to be successful.
Sure. Carey, as a program, you guys have a lot of winning tradition, a lot of history. For you, what does it mean just to be a Carey Panther and try to continue that legacy that people before you have set?
I feel like there's a lot of pride into it, like just wearing Carey on our chest and having it on our back. That's something I have a lot of pride in, just knowing that I'm carrying that tradition on, and that I'm like one of the next leaders to help the younger kids also carry that tradition. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Coach, for you guys are kind of moving down a class. Is that right? Moving down a class to 1A. How do you guys expect to settle in the class? Teams like Camas County, Dietrich, and all teams like that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Those are old rivalries that have been in place for decades. I think everybody's excited to have Carey back down, I like to think. We're definitely excited to go back and play these guys. The travel is going to be a little bit nicer. A lot of these games are within 45 minutes to an hour from home. That other division, some of these games were two plus hours away. It got pretty hard on the team at times, but now we're excited to be back and playing with these guys.
Sure. Who are you guys looking forward to in terms of old rivalries? Who are you guys looking forward to kind of playing against again?
I think the big one's Dietrich. Yeah, Dietrich, and it'd be fun to play Camas again. Camas coming off the year that they had last year, I think they're going to have a lot of momentum. There's new coaches in all these schools. Dietrich has a new coach, Camas has a new coach, and I think there's going to be a lot of excitement in those towns, and I think they'll be very competitive.
Sure. For each of you, what are 3 adjectives to describe this team?
You first. I gotta think.
I would say resilient. We're able to get through the hard things together, and it only makes us closer.
Motivated, probably. I think a lot of us are ready for this season, and we're really excited for it.
And dedicated. Like this year, we've had so many kids showing up, and it's obvious to see that there's a lot more dedication into this team this year from the younger classmen, and it will hopefully bring us much better turnout this year with that dedication coming up from the younger class.
Sure. Preston, you're the quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe, or I guess, what did last year's season teach you about your team and kind of teach you about you as a quarterback?
Last year, I would say, was probably, it was definitely a learning year for all of us. Like you said before, we had a big senior class that graduated in 2022. So everybody was in new spots that we weren't used to. So everybody got to learn together and kind of learn some different things that work and what don't work. And for me last year, I definitely learned some things and some flaws in my game that I can improve on and like strengthen on my own that'll help the team. And I think our team is overall a lot more prepared for this season.
Sure. Talk about those things that you can improve or flaws that you found. What specifically were those things?
Just sometimes making sure all my, I guess like throwing techniques and mechanics are just consistent, making sure I'm always delivering a good ball.
Sure. How do you, seniors, how would you describe your motivation just to get back to a strong season for your senior year?
For me, I've always had a childhood dream of winning the state championship, and that's something I haven't been able to accomplish yet, and that's something I'm looking forward to this season and giving it our best shot of getting at.
Sure.
One thing that's giving me a lot of motivation this year is knowing that I'm playing for my brothers here, and I want to give it all for them so we can achieve like a state championship as a whole, and everyone can share that same feeling of like we won, like we're on top.
Sure. Luke, for you, how would you describe, as a lineman, how would you describe your relationship with Preston?
Me and Preston get along very, very well. Like we still had our differences, you know, but we always come to resolve them, and he always helps me with ideas that he has, like to how to get our guards and me into the right position, and what he needs from us and what we need from like him and the receivers and running backs. So we work really well together.
Sure. How long have all you guys played football together?
What?
Since like,
Most of us PV League.
yeah,
I started in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I started 7.
We played with each other since elementary, and then those two both moved here in like junior high or
Seventh and I was
later
eighth.
elementary.
Where'd you guys move from?
I moved from Wood River.
Okay.
And then I came from whatever also.
Okay. Sweet. Awesome. Is there anything I didn't ask that you guys would like to add?
I feel like one thing that's going to drive us really far this year is persistence and consistency. If we're consistent with all our passes and blocks and calls, then because we have all the tools that are needed and we have all the skill that is required, we just need to be consistent with our actions.
Sure. Awesome. Carey, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.